consultation today on 074 9725 822 or visit cherrymore.ie. Cherrymore Kitchens and Bedrooms, where affordability and luxury combine.
Join me, Marty Friel, this and every Friday night from 8 for Rockin' Hits on Highland Radio in association with Arena 7 Letterkenny. If you're celebrating a birthday or a work night out, Arena 7 Entertainment Complex has it all. Check out arena7.ie.
McCullough Jewellers in Letterkenny are synonymous with fine jewellery, quality watches and giftware. With stores at Main Street, Letterkenny and the Letterkenny Shopping Centre or online at ormccullough.com. You can choose from their quality product range in a relaxed atmosphere, and their sales staff will be happy to help you make the right choice, whatever the occasion. McCullough Jewellers, making moments magical for generations.
Polestar 2. Get behind the wheel and experience electric performance at Polestar Dublin. Polestar 2. Available to order now for 242 delivery with prices starting from €42,995. Polestar 2. The way electric cars should be. Book your test drive today at polestar.com.
Hello folks, this is Robert Mazzell. I'm looking forward to coming to the St. Bestius Church in Cleator on the Sunday, the 9th of June. Myself and my 6-piece band will be there. We'll be playing some gospel music for you, some country music. We're going to be having some fun, a little bit of inspiration, and lots of great music. Come and see us. That is the 9th of June in the St. Bestius Church in Cleator.
It's back to the team for Highland Radio's local election count coverage live.
Yes, the time is just after 11:30, coming up to 11:35 in fact, and we're going to cross back over to the Ora Leisure Centre and we rejoin Greg Hughes and the team. Morning, Greg.
Good morning, Rory. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, we are at the Ora, as you mentioned, and at the moment we're going through boxes by electoral area at the moment. It's a sorting process, really. The count happens tomorrow, but as part of the sorting process, the counting staff work with Tally's people so that we get a fair idea, particularly who is picking up the first preferences. Obviously, with the big ballot papers, it can be hard really to determine what's happening further down the line. So we have Buncrana, Carndonagh well underway, of course, and Letterkenny starting to see some information there. First, we will go to Michaela Clark, if that's all right, Michaela.
Yep.
And shall we start with the Buncrana electoral area?
Yep, so there's 5 seats available in the Buncrana local electoral area, and the top 5, according to these tallies, Sinn Féin's Jack Murray looks set to top the poll. Then we have 100% redress candidate Joy Beard, then Paul Canning of Fianna Fáil, Terry Crossan, Sinn Féin as well, and Finan Bradley of Fianna Fáil. So it looks like Jack Murray has maybe pulled in Nicholas Crossan and Rena Donaghy's vote from Buncrana, and maybe there's a shift as well, like the younger generation possibly coming out to vote. And then obviously, given the amount of defective concrete block properties in Inishowen in the Buncrana area, they've obviously come out to support the 100% redress party. So Joy Beard has at the moment 17.3% of the vote there in the Buncrana local electoral area. Jack Murray, as we mentioned, is out in front. He is 24.6%, and 100% redress seems to be doing well in the Carndonagh local electoral area as well, in Ali Farn there. Also Martin McDermott. Then we have Albert Doherty, Johnny McGuinness in those constituencies as well. The Sinn Féin 3-candidate strategy in the Buncrana local electoral area doesn't seem to be fair at the moment, but tomorrow then there's obviously the transfers from Jack and Terry.
So you're saying it feels like the votes are staying in Buncrana rather than perhaps moving between the parties? That sense at the moment?
And like Jack has got some votes from Newton Cunningham as well. That's Paul Canning's area, but he topped the poll the last time, but he looks as if he's going to get over the line now. But obviously Jack and Terry have been there. They were in the last council term, so maybe it is the case of they're sticking with the party, or they're sticking with the people they know. And then Finan Bradley, he's Fianna Fáil, so Rena Donaghy was a Fianna Fáil councillor previously as well, so perhaps that's where he's getting that vote from. But again, he's a young person. Maybe this is the picture that, there's a younger generation coming through as well. Okay.
The picture coming out of Buncrana in terms of the European elections, and I can tell you that Niall Blaney of Fianna Fáil, 13.1% of the vote. Luke McFlanagan, though, faring very, very well there so far. He has garnered 19.8% of the vote. Michelle Gilden of Sinn Féin, 10.3% of the vote, which they'll be quite pleased with there. Chris McManus, 18.1% of the vote for Sinn Féin. And then others ain't to. Peadar Tóibín, 5.2% of the vote in the Buncrana area. And others not doing very well at all. But those are the people that are out in front. I'll recap that for you in a moment, but that's the tallies for Europe out of Buncrana. Donal, what's happening in Letterkenny?
Very much as you were, Greg, in terms of they've been counting, as I say, in the Glendone Churchill area and in the Maharabeg area, as I'd expect in Glendone. Michael McBride, local man, he's doing very well. Ulick Hughes of Sinn Féin doing well there. And Donal Mandy Kelly doing very well. Again, it's on his doorstep. They're the three strong ones there. Then Maharabeg, which is the other side, closer to Manor Cunningham. Sandra Hawhey doing very well there. Donal Coyle doing well. Donal Mandy Kelly, as we said, doing well there as well. One of the interesting things that's coming out is that Mary T. Sweeney isn't doing as well as she would have hoped. She would have been hoping to start pulling, votes for Aontú from all those sort of boxes. She's not really hitting yet. Jimmy Kavanagh of Fine Gael, he's polling slowly enough, but he's getting some votes there. Again, we haven't hit the town yet, so Jimmy Kavanagh will be coming into his own. He'll be hoping once they actually hit Letterkenny town centre. Again, Jerry McMonigal, not very much for Jerry Mack at all as of yet, but again, he's very much based in the town. Sinn Féin tried to split the vote, and very much Jerry McMonigal taking the town centre. They'll be waiting on the boxes, places like Sculweragun Small, places like Scullacolmakill, the courthouse, places like that, and obviously Jerry McMonigal will be hoping to poll well there. Mary T. Sweeney would be hoping to do well in Letterkenny town, but the other issue there, of course, a number of strong independents, including, as we said earlier, Declan Jordan, and if there is an independent vote, Declan Jordan will be taking some of those votes. That could mean they're coming away from Mary T. Sweeney, so we're waiting now. In the next half hour or so we'll start seeing the Letterkenny town boxes being opened. That's where we'll get a very clear picture, but certainly at the moment, Donal Mandy Kelly is going to be happy with his vote. Michael McBride is quite happy with what he's getting at the moment, and Sinn Féin will be looking at it. They have Jerry McMonigal in already. They'll be hoping to get him back. They'll also be hoping that they can pull a second candidate through, and Ulick Hughes and Sandra Hawhey both doing well so far. Remains to be seen what happens in the town.
Yeah, indeed, and don't forget we are live at 12 o'clock where we'll keep you up to date with everything that's happening here. We'll have a panel in with us to discuss what's happening as well, so that's coming up from 12. Just to remind those of you listening that you can watch that as well on our social media. If you're at home, you can watch on YouTube, on your smart TV or your Fire Stick. Right, okay, so just to recap what's happening in Europe out of Buncrana, the Buncrana electoral area. Niall Blaney, I have to make sure I'm getting this correctly, I'm 13.11% of the vote there. Luke Ming Flanagan, he has garnered 19.8% of the vote according to these tallies. 18.1% of the vote to Sinn Féin's Chris McManus. 5.2% of the vote going to Peadar Tóibín of Aontú. And let me see, where else is there? I think that's about right. Yeah, I think I've picked out those that have really been doing well. Oh, Michelle Gilden, sorry, 10.3% of the vote for there. So between Chris McManus and Michelle Gilden, I think in terms of the European scene, they'll be happy. They have almost 30% of the vote. Not insignificant to pull that out of the one electoral area. Okay, as I say, rejoin us at 12. But now we're going to hand you back to studio. Thanks again, by the way, for accommodating us. Rory, back to the hits, as they say.